I love St. Patrick's Day. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and once again, happy St. Patrick's Day to all, and welcome back to the Pennsylvania College Basketball Court, or the PCBC for short. This is Season 3, Episode 34. March is pure madness. Season 3 of the PCBC is almost nearing its end, but if you've missed any episodes, you can search, if you click into YouTube, search NWS 1999, and you'll find my channel at the Honorable Judge Noah. Go to that channel, and if you haven't yet, hit the white subscribe button, as we've now approached over 110 subscribers, which is awesome. Already hit our goal for 100 for the season. And if you look at my playlist, you'll be able to find the only playlist that's on there. It's PCBC Season 3, from Episode 1 all the way to this episode, and the remaining episodes coming up in the next couple weeks as we approach the final 3 weeks of the 2025-2026 NCAA Division II men's basketball season. And also, you can find Seasons 1 and 2 of the PCBC on my Instagram page in my bio on my channel. You can also find my Twitter page, where I've been posting a lot as of late. I've been posting coverage of the Mountain East, CIAA, and the PSAG men's basketball tournaments, which occurred just about over a week ago, 1 to 2 weeks ago. And then, of course, the Atlantic Region tournament, which we're doing right now. And also, we are doing the Elite Eight and the Final Four and the National Championship games. I'll also be posting the scores of those games as well. I'm your host, the Honorable Judge Noah, reporting live from the hometown and main base of the PCBC in Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. In today's episode, we got a lot to cover. We're going to start off by doing the region first and second team for the Atlantic region, along with the Player of the Year who was selected. They announced this last Thursday. Then we'll talk about our Bevo Francis top 25 winners, or top 25 players to watch for on a watch list. And then the finalists will be coming up, I think it's in April. So right before the men's, the Division II National Championship game on April 5th. Then we'll talk about the 6 games that made up the Atlantic region. We'll recap each of those games for you. And then briefly and then before we do that, we'll talk about the other 7 regions in terms of where these games were played and how teams did overall in terms of that. So if you've enjoyed this series so far, please hit the like button, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe, as we are nearing the end of Season 3, and we'll be back in a couple months for Season 4. With that being said, let's rock and roll. So the D2CC8, or the Conference Commissioners Association, announced its All-Atlantic Region men's basketball team and announced 10 different players from across the conference from the Atlantic region. Your 2025-2026 D2CCA men's Atlantic region Player of the Year goes to my boy Dallas Dillard from the IUP Crimson Hawks. He has been voted this year's conference the Atlantic Region Player of the Year following a vote of the region's sports information directors. In the regular season, he won the PSAG West Athlete of the Year, averaged 20.5 points and 6 rebounds per contest. IUP finished before the Atlantic Region tournament 22-7. In 29 starts, he had shot 46% from the floor and under 39% from 3. Also 74% from the free throw line. Additionally, he recorded a team assists, 141 assists and 72 steals. He was the only player in the PSAC to average over 20 points per game during the regular season. He was joined by a certain number of members. He got 28 out of 44 first place votes, voting. 20 of 44 eligible institutions voted. Only 3 from the CIAA, 7 from the Mountain East, 14 from the PSAC, 1 independent, and 3 conference offices. Dallas Dillard wins. He's also got first team All-Atlantic region. The other 4 players joined him are Larry Howell from Fayetteville State, Bryson Lucas from Penn West, California, Trey Simmons from Frostburg State, and Day Waters from Millersville, who was the PSAC East Athlete of the Year. Larry Howell was the CIAA Player of the Year. Bryson Lucas, PSAC West Defensive Player of the Year, and Trey Simmons, Mountain East Conference Player of the Year. Second team, Alex Atkinson from Claflin. He was the CIAA Defensive Player of the Year. Drake Carter from Fairmont State. Bobakar Dejigo from Concord. Baden Forup from Pitt Johnstone. And Pace Prosser from Gannon. So breaking it down, we had 2 players from the CIAA, 3 from the Mountain East, and 5 from the PSAC. So congratulations to all those guys for being nominated, especially to my man Dallas Dillard for winning not only PSAC West Athlete of the Year, but he wins the Region Player of the Year, which I believe he's one of the first to ever win the Atlantic Region Player of the Year for IUP. Because I know Ethan Porterfield didn't win it, and Sean L. Jones didn't win it, and Malik Miller didn't win it. A lot of the guys at IUP that I've known, Blake Miller, Armani Foster, Ethan Porterfield, they didn't win it. For the top 25 watch list for the Bevo Francis Award, following players still remain: Jack Batchelor from Washburn, Camden Bonriger from Indiana Wesleyan, Tyree Campbell from Cal State East Bay, the only team that's still undefeated in Division II. Luke Chacon from John Carroll, Micah Clark from Nelson, Dylan Clausen from Washburn, Carl Cleveland from Young Harris, Dallas Dillard from IUP, Dallas Graziani from Nova Southeastern. He's only lost 1 game in his career at Nova Southeastern, fun fact. Sam Grieger from University of Wisconsin La Crosse, Tamaje Izugabe from Oklahoma Wesleyan, Lazarus Houston from Central Missouri. He's the only freshman on that list. Jalen Lansley from Northwestern Iowa. Cam Lowe from Black Hills State. Amando Miller from Lubbock Christian. Ben Pierce, Emory. Zach Filkowski, Damon. Pace Prosser, Gannon. Ross Reeves, Nova Southeastern. Shane Reagan from the University of Chicago, D3. They, as of right now, are in the Elite 8. Kai Robinson for Marion, Washington. Zevi Samet from Yeshiva. Jesse Von Kalsbeck from Northwestern Iowa. And Yvonne Yarborough from Hood. So there's your list for the top 25. Actually, give me 1 second. I actually forgot. I was going to have my list of all the regions in their home facilities. Give me 1 sec. Okay. We are back. Let's start with we'll do the Atlantic region fast. So we're going to go in alphabetical orders. So we're starting off in the Central region. All games were being played at the Lee Center in Topeka, Kansas. Washburn being the host. The Ichabods. First matchup, Washburn and Minnesota Duluth. The 8th seed Minnesota Duluth upsets the 1 seed Washburn 64-62. 4-5 matchup, St. Cloud State in Missouri Western. St. Cloud State wins 83-65. 2-7 matchup, Oklahoma Baptiste and Harding. Really good football program, by the way. Made the national championship game last year. Oklahoma Baptiste wins 77-68. 3-6 matchup, Central Missouri and Rogers State. Central Missouri wins 88-77. Round of 32, Minnesota Duluth beats St. Cloud State 61-55. And they will play the number 2 seed, Oklahoma Baptiste, who beat Central Missouri 75-63. Although I just realized, since I'm filming this on Monday, even though this is coming out today on Tuesday, March 17th, there's actually a game that we recap. I'll talk about it when we talk about the Atlantic Region Championship, because I completely forgot that they were playing on Monday, 1 day ahead of us. So that's the Central. To the east, Lumsden Gymnasium in Amherst, New York, just outside Buffalo. Number 1 seed was Damon, taking on 8 seed Goldie Beacom. Damon wins 111-78. 4-5 matchup, Bentley and St. Michael's. St. Michael's wins 87-80. 2-7 matchup, Felician versus Adelphi. Felician wins 75-53. 3-6 matchup, St. Anselm versus Assumption, who made it to the Elite 8 last year. St. Anselm wins 92-81. Round of 32, Damon beats St. Michael's 85-62. Felician versus St. Anselm. St. Anselm wins 99-77. Your Eastern Championship matchup is Damon versus St. Anselm. To the Midwest at the Alumni Arena in North Canton, Ohio, just about an hour and 45 minutes from me. So whoever else wins this game is not going to be too far away from the Elite Eight in Pittsburgh next week. Your 1 seed was Walsh, taking on 8 seed William Joel. Walsh wins 77-70. 4-5 matchup, Rockhurst, Northern Michigan. Northern Michigan wins 86-85. Grand Valley State and Ashland. Grand Valley State wins 59-45. 3-6 matchup, Michigan Tech, Lake Erie. Michigan Tech wins 83-73. To the south, Rick Case Arena in Davie, Florida, just outside Miami. Nova Southeastern, number 1 team in the nation, number 1 seed in the South yet again. Playing number 8 seed Morehouse. Nova Southeastern easily won this game, 94-60. 4-5 matchup, Florida Southern, who beat IUP in 2015 in the national championship game, taking on Montevallo. Montevallo winning 88-81. 2-7 matchup, Palm Beach Atlantic against University of Alabama Huntsville. Cam Talbot, the hockey goalie, graduated from there. Alabama Huntsville wins 92-73. 3-6 matchup, West Alabama versus West Florida. West Alabama wins 58-53. Round of 32, Nova Southeastern cruised to a 13-point win, 98-85 over Montevallo. University of Alabama at Huntsville with another upset, 83-74 over West Alabama. So the championship game is Nova Southeastern versus Alabama Huntsville. To the South Central, Dallas Baptiste is the host, and the arena, the Berg Center in Dallas, Texas. 1 seed, Dallas Baptiste versus 8 seed Colorado Mesa. Dallas Baptiste won 99-66. 4-5 matchup, Western New Mexico and St. Edwards. St. Edwards wins 83-71. 2-7 matchup, Eastern New Mexico and St. Mary's, Texas. St. Mary's, Texas upsets Eastern New Mexico 73-70. 3-6 matchup, Lubbock Christian versus Black Hills State, who made the Final Four in 2020, who made it to the national championship game in 2022, who IUP would have faced if they had not lost to Augusta. Black Hills State wins 67-64. Round of 32, Dallas Baptiste wins 70-56 over St. Edwards, and Black Hills State beats St. Mary's, Texas 78-60. Your championship game is Dallas Baptiste and Black Hills State. The Southeast, Anderson, South Carolina, number 1 seed. Anderson, South Carolina versus Young Harris. The second number 1 seed to lose in the opening weekend, as Young Harris beat Anderson, South Carolina 72-69. 4-5 matchup, Lenoir-Rhyne versus University of UNG. Lenoir-Rhyne wins 80-67. 2-7 matchup, Lander versus Lincoln Memorial, the Spit Railers. Awesome name. Lander, though, wins 76-71. 3-6 matchup, Catawba versus Columbus State. Columbus State wins 78-75. In the round of 32, Lenoir-Rhyne wins 84-78 over Young Harris. And Lander beats Columbus State 74-66. Your championship matchup in the Southeast, Lenoir-Rhyne and Lander. And the West, Pioneer Gymnasium in Hayward, California, just outside in the Bay Area. Cal State East Bay hosting. The only team in the Division II with a perfect record at entering the tournament 30-0. Your 1A matchup, Cal State East Bay versus Cal Poly Humboldt. Cal State East Bay wins 83-64. 4-5 matchups, Alaska Anchorage versus California State Dominguez Hills, who's made it to the Elite Eight the last 2 seasons. They beat Alaska Anchorage 69-58. 2-7 matchup, St. Martin's and Hawaii Pacific 75-68 in favor of St. Martin's. 3-6 matchup, Point Loma versus Northwest Nazarene. Point Loma wins 76-61. Round of 32, Cal State East Bay wins 76-67 over Cal State Dominguez Hills. And Point Loma beats St. Martin's 66-57. Your championship matchup for the West, which was last night. but technically filming today on Monday, March 16th, is Cal State East Bay in Point Loma at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now to the Atlantic region. Your number 1 seed, Gannon. Yay. Love to see Gannon as number 1 seed. Should have been the 2, but we'll digress. They took on the number 8 seed, Charleston, West Virginia, out of the Mountain East. In the first half, Gannon outscored Charleston 44-28. Second half, Gannon outscored Charleston 39-30. Gannon winning 83-58 over the Golden Eagles. Gannon improved to 29-3. Charleston dropped to 19-10. Finishes their season 19-10. For Charleston, my player of the game goes to Braden Chapman. In 24 minutes, he went 4-12 from the field, 1 of 5 from three-point range, 3 of 5 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 assist, and had 12 points. Matthew Shelton, 25 minutes. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal, for 11 points. Sorry, this is going to be a little bit tricky because the NCAA is what I'm going to use the recapping for. So the way they read it, or the way they do the statistic is kind of weird. Thomas Haley, 30 minutes. He had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal for 10 points. In the first half, let me see if I can pull up their stats. Actually, we probably won't be able to. That's okay. Charleston, overall, they shot 21 out of 54, or 38.9% from the field. 9 of 17, or 52.9% from three-point range. 9 of 17 from the free throw line, 52.9%. 7 of 29 from three-point range, 24.1%. For Gannon, I hate doing this. My player of the game, it is Pace Purser. 30 minutes, 7 of 15 from the field, 2 of 8 from three-point range, 0 of 1 from the free throw line. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals for 16 points. Lane Sarver, I'm assuming he came off the bench, 19 minutes, had 2 rebounds, 2 steals for 15 points. Jaden Calloway, 22 minutes, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals for 11 points. And Lucas Sikoski, 20 minutes, had 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals for 10 points. Gannon shot 30 of 67 from the field, 44.8%. 14 of 22 from the free throw line, 63.6%. And 9 of 27 from the free throw line, 33.3%. On to the next game. The 4-5 matchup, California and Fayetteville State. In the first half, Fayetteville State outscored California 45-44. Second half, California outscored Fayetteville State 52-38. As the Vulcans defeat the Broncos 96-83. Fayetteville State finishes their season 23-7, and the Vulcans improved it to 23-8. For Fayetteville State, my player of the game goes to Ezekiel Kennedy. In 30 minutes, went 7 of 21 from the field, 4 of 12 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals for 20 points. Larry Howell in 34 minutes had double-double. He had 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal for 15 points. Terrell Williams also had a double-double for the Broncos. 36 minutes, 15 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal for 13 points. The Broncos overall shot 35.3% from the field, 30 of 85. 14 of 21 from the free throw line, 66.7%. 9 of 30 from three-point range, 30%. Actually, that's under, 30%, that's right. For California, for the Vulcans, my player of the game goes to Bryson Lucas, who had a terrific performance against Fayetteville State. 34 minutes, went 14 of 21 from the field, 2 of 7 from three-point range, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He had a double-double with 16 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals for 33 points. Jordan Buchanan in 31 minutes had 7 rebounds, 3 assists for 23 points. Antoine Arnett in 36 minutes, 6 rebounds, 2 assists for 10 points. Overall, the Vulcans of Penn West California shot 48.6% from the field, 36 of 74. 16 of 34 from the free throw line at 47.1%. And 8 of 23 from the free throw line at 34.8%. Both these teams combined for 110 rebounds and 159 shot attempts. with them making 66 of them. All right, the 2-7 matchup. First of two upsets that happened over last Saturday. Virginia Union against the number 2 seed West Liberty. In the first half, VU outscored West Liberty 24-18. Second half, both teams scored 28 points apiece as Virginia Union upsets the number 2 seed and co-favorite West Liberty 52-46, as West Liberty was the number 2 scoring team in the nation heading into this matchup, right around 98 points a game. And VU had the number 1 defense in the nation, just under 60 points per game. For Virginia Union, my player of the game goes to Bobby Gardner. In 30 minutes, he went 11 of 20 from the field, 0 of 2 from three-point range, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals for 23 points. Noah Richardson Keys in 27 minutes had 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal for 11 points. Overall, the Panthers of Virginia Union shot 38.3% from the field, 23 of 60, 6 of 13 from the free throw line at 46.2%, 0 of 8 from the free throw line, 0%. For the Hilltoppers of West Liberty, champions of the Mountain East, my player of the game goes to Miles Montgomery. He was the only player for them that scored double-digit points. 34 minutes, went 4-14 from the field, 1 of 11 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 assist for 11 points. For West Liberty, for the Hilltoppers, overall, they shot 27.9% from the field, 17 of 61, 7 of 14 from the free throw line, 50%. This is why I think West Liberty lost this game. 5 of 35 from three-point range, 14.3%. Yeah, that definitely did not help West Liberty's case. They should have won this game easily. All right, on to our game. The first of two we're talking about today. IUP and Fairmont State. IUP entered as the 6th seed, Fairmont State the 3 seed. They were the 12th ranked, number 12 in the nation, Fairmont State. They were in the top 15 almost the entire season. In the first half, both teams scored 37 points apiece. Second half, IUP outscored Fairmont State 52-46 as the Crimson Hawks of IUP advanced to the round of 32 with an 89-83 upset. For my player of the game, I'm going to go with my man Dallas Dillard. He crushed this game, especially late in the game. 37 minutes, went of 11 of 16 from the field, 3 of 4 from three-point range, 4 of 8 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 steals for 29 points. I'm just going to go by points in order. Christian Moore in 34 minutes, 4 of 13 from the field, 2 of 10 from three-point range, 6 of 6 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal for 16 points. Kamani Marrero, 24 minutes, 5 of 9 from the field, 2 of 2 from three-point range and from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 3 assists for 14 points. Demir Brooks, 21 minutes, 4 of 7 from the field, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals, 2 blocks for 11 points. Dallas Dillard also had 2 blocks. I guess I forgot to put the block stats in there. Oops. Luke Trakes, 18 minutes, 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 5 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 1 assist for 9 points. Ian Herring, 23 minutes, 3 of 8 from the field, 0 of 2 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block for 8 points. Bautista Rodriguez, 32 minutes, 1 of 3 from the field, 0 of 1 from three-point range, 7 rebounds, 1 assist for 2 points. Tyler Grove, 7 minutes, 0 of 1 from the field, which was a 3-point field goal attempt. He had 1 foul for 0 points. First, overall, the Crimson Hawks of IUP shot 48.4% from the field, 31 of 64, 19 of 23 from the free throw line, 82.6%, 8 of 25 from three-point range, and 32%. For Fairmont State, my player of the game goes to Dre Carter, 31 minutes, 9 of 16 from the field, 3 of 6 from three-point range, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds for 24 points. Miguel Martinez, 28 minutes, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal for 16 points. And David Yolinder, 24 minutes, 3 rebounds, 1 assist for 11 points. Overall, the Falcons of Fairmont State shot 43.3% from the floor, 26 of 60, 19 of 23 from the free throw line at 82.6%, 12 of 35 from three-point range at 34.3%. On to the round of 32. Gannon and California, for the fourth time this season, matched in a rematch of the PSAC Men's Basketball Championship game, which was a week to the date, as these teams met on March 8th and March 15th. In the first half, Gannon outscored California 42-35. Second half, Gannon outscored California 47-38. As the Golden Knights advanced to the Atlantic Region Championship game for the third straight season, winning 89-73 over the Vulcans. California finishes their season 23-9. Gannon improves to 30-3. For Penn West California, my player of the game goes to Keandre DeShields. 26 minutes, 8 of 11 from the field, 2 of 4 from three-point range, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal for 18 points. Braden Reynolds, 38 minutes, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals for 15 points. Jordan Buchanan, 35 minutes, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal for 12 points. Bryson Lucas, in what possibly could be his last game as a California Vulcan, 36 minutes, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block for 11 points. Overall, the Vulcans of Penn West California shot 48.1% from the field, 26 of 54, 17 of 21 from three-point range, or from the free throw line at 81%, and 4 of 18 from three-point range at 22.2%. For Gannon, Pace Prosser yet again wins player of the game. He had a much better game than his first one. 33 minutes, he went 13 of 23 from the field, 4 of 8 from three-point range, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals for 30 points. Precious Adiru, 21 minutes, 8 rebounds, 1 steal, and 1 block for 12 points. And Lucas Morgan, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and 1 steal for 11 points in 30 minutes. Overall, the Golden Knights of Gannon shot 48.1% from the field, 37 of 77, 9 of 12 from the free throw line at 75%, 6 of 22 from three-point range at 27.3%. And the last game we'll talk about before we talk about the Atlantic Region Championship game for tomorrow. IUP and Virginia Union. In the first half, IUP outscored VU 30-25. Second half, VU outscored IUP 31-26, requiring overtime. However, in overtime, IUP was without 3 of their starters, Dallas Dillard, Demir Brooks, and Bautista Rodriguez. In overtime, IUP, however, did outscore VU 10-6 as the Crimson Hawks, for the first time in 3 years, advanced to the Sweet 16 in the Atlantic Region Championship game as an underdog as they win 66-62. For VU, my player of the game again goes to Bobby Gardner. 36 minutes, 6 of 21 from the field, 1 of 4 from three-point range, 6 of 10 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal for 19 points. Malachi Dark, 31 minutes, 3 rebounds, 13 points. Noah Richardson Keys, 28 minutes, 4 rebounds, 2 steals for 13 points. Overall, the Panthers of Virginia Union shot 30.6% from the field, 19 of 62, 21 out of 30 from the free throw line at 70%, 3 of 10 from three-point range at 30%. For IUP, congratulations to my other main guy. Christian Moore is our player of the game, and he also is the second Crimson Hawk this season to score 1,000 career points as a Crimson Hawk. His teammate Dallas Dillard did it about a couple weeks ago at California. He is now the 37th Crimson Hawk in program history to reach 1,000 career points at IUP. Played all 45 minutes. He went 8 of 14 from the field, 7 of 12 in three-point range, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal for 30 points with no fouls, which was hard to believe. He was the only player that had no fouls in the entire game. Good for him. Kamali Marrero, 33 minutes, 5 of 16 from the field, 3 of 12 from three-point range. Lost track for a second. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist for 15 points. Dallas Dillard, who fouled out, 21 minutes, 4 of 10 from the field, 1 of 6 from three-point range, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block for 12 points. And then pretty much the numbers pretty much drop. Tyler Grove, 23 minutes, 2 of 10 from the field, 0 of 3 from three-point range, 1 rebound for 4 points. Bautista Rodriguez, 21 minutes, 1 of 1 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 3 assists for 4 points. We had Ian Herring, 32 minutes, 0 of 2 from the field, which were 2 3-point field goal attempts, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks for 1 point. 3 players for IUP had 0 points. Luke Triggs, 29 minutes, 0 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from three-point range, 2 rebounds for 0 points. Served for Toon in 4 minutes, took no field goal attempts. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist for 0 points. Demir Brooks also did not shoot the ball either. In 15 minutes, he had 0 field goal attempts. He did have 5 rebounds and 1 steal for 0 points. Overall, the Crimson Hawks of IUP shot 35.7% from the field, 20 of 56, 15 of 18 from the free throw line at 83.3%, and 11 of 37 from three-point range. 15 of 18 from the free throw line, 83.3%. 11 of 37 from three-point range, 29.7%. Whew! It was a close game. So, as we said before, here are your championship games for the Sweet 16. The Atlantic, IUP, the underdog, going against number 1 seed Gannon. IUP comes in this matchup 24-7. Gannon is 30-3. In the Central, number 8 seed Minnesota Duluth and number 2 seed Oklahoma Baptiste. Minnesota Duluth is 23-11, Oklahoma Baptiste 29-3. In the East, the number 1 seed Damon against number 3 seed St. Anselm. Damon is 32-1. St. Anselm is 25-7. Damon's only lost 2 games in the last 2 years. In the Midwest, in North Canton, Ohio, number 1 seed Walsh, 29-3 against number 3 seed Michigan Tech, 28-6. To the South Region Championship game, number 1 seed Nova Southeastern against number 7 seed University of Alabama Huntsville. Nova Southeastern is 29-1. Alabama Huntsville is 23-9. South Central in Dallas, Texas. Dallas Baptiste, number 1 seed, hosting Black Hill State. Dallas Baptiste is 29-6. Black Hill State 29-4. So that should be a really good matchup. Southeast in Anderson, South Carolina is number 2 seed Lander versus number 4 seed Lenore-Rhine. Lenore-Rhine is 26-8. Lander is 27-5. Then the West, number 1 seed California State East Bay against number 3 seed Point Loma. California State East Bay is 32-0. They're still undefeated, the Pioneers. Point Loma is 27-5. The winners of each of these region championship games, the 8 winners, will head to Pittsburgh at the UPMC Cooper Fieldhouse, the home of the Duquesne Dukes. As the Elite 8 and the Final 4 will be held in Pittsburgh, so 45 minutes from here in Slippery Rock. So there is a chance that my boys of IUP could make it to Pittsburgh next week. And if that is the case, if IUP wins tonight against Gannon, I am canceling my plans and I am doing whatever I can to get to Pittsburgh next Wednesday. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, as this is a huge matchup and IUP has lost all 3 games against Gannon this year. But there is a chance. Never know. We've been the Cinderella story of the tournament right now. But we'll wait and see. So as I said, the Elite 8 Final 4 normally was held, and the National Championship game were normally held in Evansville, Indiana at the Ford Center. They changed it this year because all the championship games will be held in Indianapolis. So the Elite 8 would be next Wednesday, March 25th, to be announced. Then this Final 4 would be March 27th on next Friday. And then the championship game would be in Indianapolis at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse, the home of the Indiana Pacers. And that would be played on Sunday, April 5th at 1 p.m. Eastern, just before the Division I National Championship game, which is Monday, April 6th. So that is going to be awesome. So all the championship games national championship games are going to be played in Indianapolis, and then the Final Four and the Elite Eight are in Pittsburgh, which is also happening with the women's, as the Elite Eight, Final Four, and national championship games will be held in Pittsburgh as well. So there's a possibility we could see both of IUP's teams playing in Pittsburgh, but we'll wait and see. Until then, that is going to conclude Season 3, Episode 34. I will see you guys tomorrow, believe it or not. I'll be filming later tonight following the conclusion of the 2026 Atlantic Region Championship game, and we'll recap that game and also talk about the other 8 games, the other 7 region championship games. Until then, I'm your host, the Honorable Judge Noah, reporting live from Slip Rock, Pennsylvania, the home of the PCBC, saying so long. Have a great rest of your St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Please stay safe. And until then, we go to recess.